Guest that is the only person below White Holiday in the ComicsGate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.
Hello. Welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman, and we are joined today by our special guest, Sim.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going?
And just found that out. You're a clone of Sammetti?
Well, that's what the rumors say. That's what Disney Star Wars assumes.
How are you doing?
Oh, I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's one of your long days of streaming.
Yeah. This is one of those things where
I think you start at 10 in the morning, don't you, or something like that?
What was that?
You start around like 10 or 11 in the morning?
Well, no. All right. So yesterday I did 3 streams, promoting ComicsGate books, and then I went to bed around 12:30 in the morning, Friday, and then I went to bed. But then I had a bunch of alarms set because it takes a while to wake me up. So I went and more or less slept for about 4.5 to 5 hours. Then I had to get up. I was like in and out of sleep until like 6. But then I had to be at work by 7. So I worked until 1, came home, started my first stream at 2. And I have a total of 6 streams booked today.
And so, here we are now.
Yep.
The last one?
No, second to last.
Oh.
Yeah, second to last. There's actually one at 11 o'clock. If you can believe that. And then...
yes, I can.
After the last stream, then I have to check my Twitter because there's a chance someone may need my help doing some audio-video tests in preparation for a stream. And then I have to be at a colleague and friend's house around 6 a.m. to do yard work. And later that evening, I don't know for sure, but I might be able to squeeze in a nap. And then I have
good idea.
Evening.
At least one of those power naps where you just lie down for like 20, 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, good luck with that. I'm not the type who's disciplined enough to do that kind of power nap. Yeah, I when I lay down for a nap, I'd better have an alarm set, or else I might not wake up in time.
I slept like 2 hours before the morning show, the morning roast this morning. Then after that, I took during the day 2 power naps of like an hour on my chair, just laying down.
Oh my gosh! Wow, good for you. That's impressive.
But I do get those moments where I'll go to sleep and I won't fucking wake up.
No.
I'm like, right, I'm done. I'm gone for like 10 hours. Screw you. Nobody that tries to wake me up, I'm gone.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like dead. It's been a little bit since you were last on the channel. Take a moment and tell us about, your quote-unquote origin story, how you even got into, what your early childhood was like in terms of pop culture, comics, toys, what have you, and how you eventually took a path that led to releasing your own crowdfunded comic book.
Hmm. Well, I was a kid. I always drew. My grandma always said that I was born with a pencil. I would draw on the wall, create my own. You draw friends when I was a kid. Like the first thing I did when I stood up was draw on a wall. So,
Nice.
so that's always been like a running joke in the family, right? Grew up in the 80s and 90s, so I have all the Transformers. I was a big Transformers fan, more than G.I. Joe, even though I really like G.I. Joe. I have a big G.I. Joe collection, but Transformers was my shit until Thundercats came out, Silverhawks, and all that stuff. So I'm one of the kids from that generation, but I'm also like, it's also when I discovered manga and anime with Ninja Scroll, Gundam, also known as Alita.
All right.
There was a little anime that was done like in the 80s. Same thing with the Appleseed, because I'm a big. That's when I discovered Masamune Shirow. Big fan. Like that guy was like my manga god, you could say. But
yeah, Appleseed was fun.
But Ninja Scroll was like so freaking amazing that made me hunt down every freaking anime that I could ever fucking watch. Like I was walking down St. Catherine Street. That's one of our busiest street, like in Montreal. So like looking for all those little like black box or secret little freaking stores in a basement somewhere selling like DVD, VHS and stuff like that of all freaking So that's how I started going into like looking for all those VHS of like that's how I found Bubblegum Crisis, the original OVA.
Oh my gosh,
Appleseed, all that stuff. I like Dirty Pair, and that's when I discovered Adam Warren. What really made me know that I wanted to be an artist throughout all of this was discovering Frazetta. Like when I was a kid, like I always wanted to draw, but to actually push it to become something, right? To actually say I want to be an artist, Frazetta. Because everybody was trying to show me like, all those other artists, right? Van Gogh and stuff like that. And those, like Van Gogh and stuff like that, it's technique. They ended up having a certain technique that defined who they were, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at it, there's a certain technique that it was like seeing through somebody else's eye. But most of other artists, it's just reproductive. And to me, looking at a freaking flower in a fucking vase as a painting is not interesting, right? And that's when I discovered Frazetta, because Frazetta is like he's known as the father of fantasy art. Why? Because every piece he would do, anything was a frozen moment in time of a story. So every image is a storytelling to the core. There's another artist that I need to research the name, because every time I bring it up, I always forget the name. It's the guy made a painting, and everybody, you look at it, but at the first glance, it's just like people say, like, there's an empty table, there's a vase, right? There's a flower, and it's pretty like in giant, like focused on, right? It takes the majority of the painting. But if you look at that drop on the flower, you see the entire scene of people sitting on the other side. It's the art of storytelling. That's what really got to me, and so you understand why I really got into. I'm a big movie guy. I watch every freaking movie that could pass. I love anime. So why do you think I'm in comics? I love to draw. I love to create, and I love all that stuff. So that's pretty much where I'm from. And I'm a big Image guys boy, and a big fan of Kirby.
Oh, nice, very cool.
And my biggest influence, you could say, would be Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Bart Sears, Art Adams in comics.
Okay.
In American comics, yeah. And Frank Miller, because Frank Miller is the one that, reading Dark Knight Returns made me go, oh, that guy can write, draw shit, this is what I want to do. And it's not just like, it was not for kids, you could say. You know what I mean?
Dark Knight was something pretty special. It was like unlike anything else I'd seen.
like the two biggest key moment in my life, like for comics, that made me like really fall into it was Frank Miller, Dark Knight Return, and Claremont, Jim Lee, and Silvestri run on X-Men.
Mm.
Uncanny X-Men leading to the X-Men. All that, it's really what got me into that and the remember what they used to publish Classic X-Men at the same time,
Oh
which
yeah,
was the
yeah.
John Byrne reprints.
Right.
Those what like, oh shit, I want to do this. I want to get into this, and then discovering Tom McFarlane, which is pretty weird because it's a guy I never really like his style of drawing, very caricature, but I love his fucking inkings.
Yeah.
His inks are sick.
Yeah.
And his posing, his composition, it's really good. But the
Yeah.
style, like, it's very caricature, and as I don't, it's not something that I'm like, I like it that much. But then you got Greg Capullo that has a bit more of a cartoony style than caricature, which is freaking amazing, especially when he was inked by Todd or other one of my favorite inker, Danny Mickey.
Mm. Pretty sweet. Did you have any experience working for the big two, DC or Marvel?
DC or Marvel? Not really.
Or did you get a chance?
I got approached to have a script to send for I think it was the Yoast thing. It was Uncanny X-Force.
Really?
I got hooked up by Valentine Delendro.
Oh.
That was working at DC back then, DC and Marvel back then.
Uh-huh.
And after that, he did Bitch Planet. I think that's the one he got known the most for.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
So yeah, he got me scripts from an agent, in contact with an agent and stuff like that. So they got me some script. I sent some stuff, and the
Damn.
guy was like, "It's freaking good. Yeah, it's looking good." And then it got to the editors, and then it was treated like I was never requested any of this, and just work on your digital comic type of thing. I'm like, what? That was a nice little letter by Quesada type of thing, and I'm like, okay, okay, like, okay.
What?
And then after that, it got launched, and it was I don't remember who it was, but I remember Christopher Yost was part of it.
It sounds like there was something lost in translation there.
It's like, the agents like there, they send you 4 script, pick one and send the thing. I read the scripts and I'm like, oh dude, Uncanny X-Force? Fucking A, I get to fucking draw Archangel, Wolverine, Deadpool. I'm like, okay, yeah, fucking A. And I sent it there, and they're like, oh, the guy's like, that's fucking great, yeah, looking good. And then nothing.
Man.
But I did get to work for the French editor that published Valiant Comics for a while.
Oh, really?
Huh? I did some
What did you
covers.
get to do?
I did some variant covers. Two variant covers, one for Ninjak and one for Bloodshot Reborn.
Oh, wow. Cool.
But sadly, they closed.
Yeah, real quick, Gregory says, hail. Welcome, Gregory.
Hey, great.
Frazetta is amazing, he said.
Yeah. Like my favorite, like the two first piece that I saw of him was the Death Dealer on the Horse and the Conan piece. The first one that really hit me was the Death Dealer on the Horse.
Mm.
Do you know that one?
It sounds familiar. I think
Okay, let me find it.
Yeah, please do. I'm interested in seeing that. El Gargoyle shares an eggplant. El Gargoyle asks, what do you think of Gabriel Rodriguez, Lock and Key?
I got the entire series. I read the first one. I didn't continue, but my bro read it. He really loved it. Said it turns into more of a Lovecraftian ghost story. My kid Logan loves it. The writer is the son of Stephen King.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. The writer is the son of Stephen
Yeah,
King?
Joe Hill, John Hill, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's the son of Stephen King.
Okay. So you checked out the first issue and it wasn't for you?
But I know I liked it, but it didn't encourage me. Like I have the entire set.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Mananui says hi. Hey, welcome, Mananui. Good to have you. Oops.
It's the first one I ever saw.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, damn. Yeah.
So like everything, like you just
Whew.
see that, and it's a story. Like he just devastated a whole bunch of people, imposing as all hell.
Oh, man.
You see
That's
the
cool.
vultures turn around, so letting you know that they kill a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, there's death in the air for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
So this
Yeah.
is the piece that made me go like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to be an artist.
Oh, man.
And Bernie Wrightson, that
Okay.
Frankenstein book that he did. That's
It's,
another one that hit me very hard. And this is a little something I'm doing for grave robbers.
oh, all right. Yeah, I'm trying to get creator of Grave Robbers on my show. Nice.
And this is a sample from Tales from the NatVerse too.
Oh, cool.
Before I close this.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. So after you did those gigs, the variant covers,
hmm
oh,
I work for something called Heroes of the North. It's if you can find them on YouTube. It was an award-winning web series. They also had comic books. It's a bunch of Canadian superheroes type of thing.
okay.
And yeah, you had Bianca Beauchamp, who turned into a porn actress now.
Oh,
You have a whole bunch of people in there like that. Check it out. Like the first season is still available on YouTube. I don't know about the second season. Well, I worked on the comics for them.
what is it called again?
Heroes of the North.
Heroes of the North.
Yep.
Is one of the characters the Buckler?
Nope.
All right, so that must be a different series because I think there were other Canadian superheroes too. Heroes of the North on YouTube.
hmm
Yeah. So was it animated or a web comic?
No, it was actually live action.
Live action.
It's a live action web series, and they had a
Whoa.
comic book series. They got hit by the third wave feminism because of the sexuality and the this and the that, and the fact that they had the people. It was a latex company doing all the costumes, and the actresses were cosplayer. Like one of the actresses she's a huge cosplay.
Oh.
What's her name? Bourbonnais? Something Bourbonnais. She has like huge boobs and she does a lot of manga
Oh,
cosplayer, and she does her own things too.
wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that? I'll have to check that out. Um, and was it after working on that where you started looking into comics and particular crowdfunded comics?
Technically, the thing that happened is I started trying to hit Marvel, DC. That's how I got noticed by the guy, right? I got offered because I was friends with the Lando. So after that, that's when I met Michael Turner. And Michael Turner is the one that told me to stop fucking knocking at Marvel and DC and work on my own stuff. Because I'm sure you probably came up with a whole bunch of superheroes or stories before. Just pick one that you like a lot and bring it back. And practice not finish not perfect, and get one out there. Because as soon as you try and you're gonna try to work the perfect story, you're gonna end up dying without even having one out yet.
Mm, yeah.
So start writing short stories. Don't focus on trying to tell a perfect story. Just start telling short stories, and that's how I started. And that's when I published my own little fanzine called The Wolf Dragon. That was actually my first self-published comic, and
Oh,
that's what got me noticed for Heroes of the North and Z09. That was a magazine here in Quebec. That was like a French version, like a Quebec version of Heavy Metal, you could say.
okay.
And they got hit at the same time as Heroes of the North, except that instead of going we're shutting down like Heroes of the North did, like fuck off, we're shutting down. The Zero Dara 9 guy decided to go full feminist for one issue, and it killed his entire market. Yeah. Like a woman only book and stuff like that, and it just killed everything. It just
Oh golly, man.
And me, that's when I started that's where I started publishing all those short story of Nat, right? So I was like 3 in, and I was working on the fourth one, Royal Rumble, and I was working on the fifth one, the Luani one, the one I'm finishing now.
Mm-hmm.
And then that stopped, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Right. So I tried Kickstarter to do reprinting all my short stories in one big book, trying to planning on bringing back the book to not the Merc, right? And that didn't work because I was a misogynist or something. I only sexualize women. I'm like, bitch, I over sexualize men too. Yeah. I over sexualize my characters equally. Okay.
Exactly.
And anyways, and this is that was 2016. I was like 70-something%, and I didn't have that much of a following, right? But I still almost made it. And what happened is that I still had people going, "Did you print the book? Are you still printing the book? We'll send you money." And I'm like, you know what? Yes. So I printed the books and I sent it to them. I printed like 50 copies of them.
Oh.
And I sent it and I sold it to them. That's why I still have like 2 of them here. So when all of this, the CG thing started, and I'm like, okay, I've been doing this. That's why I came in with Bloodhound. Yeah. So I just wanted to do something different from what I've been doing, and I needed a break from the shit that happened with Zidara 9 and Heroes of the North. I technically took a year off, and then CG happened 2017. That's what I'm saying. 2016, 2017. Also 2016, I lost everything. Like my computer crashed and all the drives were burnt.
Ugh.
So I had to redraw the Royal Rumble. I had to redraw the Not the Merc, right? And I had to go through a whole bunch of freaking drive trying to save some stuff, which I did, right?
So even though you lost all the drives, you didn't have like physical copies you could just like scan in?
No, everything was drawn digital.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Wow.
But I still had my notebooks, my sketchbooks, my layouts, right? So I redrew everything within a year.
Damn.
With Bloodhound. So that that year with Bloodhound, that's what I did. I was redrawing Bloodhound because I redrew it twice. Because I upgraded like equipment, like I bought a bigger Cintiq and stuff like that, right? And I got better. So you're halfway through a book and you're like looking at old pages like, that panel could be redrawn. And you're like, that doesn't fit now. All right, I need to redraw the page. Yeah, but now I need to redraw the other pages. Dude, I'm telling you, Steve and Adam, they wanted to fucking kill me after. Like, when I started redrawing the second time, they go, dude, you're not fucking doing it again. Alright, no, I'm not. But meanwhile, I redrew the entire Royal Rumble, a 10-page story. I started re-inking the Luani that right now I'm finishing. So that's what I did. Is like I came in Bloodhound and let's try something different and something that's a one-shot, right? Something that's could feel like a movie for people that don't know me, right? So it's kind of like you knew that you didn't have to wait for a sequel because I technically offered you 3 comics in one shot, 74 pages of story, right? So boom, one big. So now I'm bringing that the Merc, but like I wanted to originally, which is there was 12 like a 12 short story all laid out introducing different characters, right? There's a few of Nat, but introducing different characters in the universe, right? There's no centered. It's a individual story concentrated on a character. Like right now you have Rose, you have Nat, you have one story about Luani, you have one story about Zed and stuff like that, right? You have a story about another character called Defcon that works for the Federation. And the thing is, you don't know if they're gonna be friends or foe eventually. Neither. Some of the you might even be one of the Arch's villains. You won't even fucking know.
Right.
That is like I'm building a universe with short story, and then after that, I'm gonna tell you the main story I have of Nat the Merc. Because the thing is, when you get to the Nat the Merc, you will be caught up to everything Nat knows, and knowing about the universe. Get it?
Aha. Nice.
Because the Nat the Merc is you follow him as he discovers where he's from a bit more about his arm, because he doesn't know that much.
Mm-hmm.
All he knows is that he was made from an experiment. He's a hybrid, right? He has human DNA, and it's not the human. It's not human. It's not. Anyways, I won't address that one. He has human DNA, right? And it's not something that's very dark, because you might have humanoids, but they're not humans.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So then, he knows that he needs to live in hiding because the Federation sent a droid to assassinate him as a baby that did the entire experiment, who became his dad, Bob. So Bob is an assassin droid that became his surrogate dad.
So this is an idea you've had for quite a while, right?
I came up with it in 2008, 2009 when I went back to college, because I'm self-taught in everything that's art, drawing, and stuff like that, right? That's how I got into college because I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to do something else than just comics, because I can't really feed my kids just doing comics back then, right?
Right.
So I went back to college and university to study movies, 3D animation and digital design for movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's during that time that I started like pushing a bit more on. At college, we ended up at the I'm looking for the word. That's why it's called a stage. It's when after college or university, you go to work but you don't get paid.
Oh, like shoot.
A tuition? No, tuition is a fee.
No, it's oh shoot.
No, you know what I mean. Intern.
Yeah.
And then unpaid intern, but for your grades, right? It's like you're into school. So we didn't have one, and we were supposed to go for a movie production. So I came up with a project that I offered to the school, the college, and they offered, and they hired a freaking movie director to help us.
Damn.
And what we did is I came up with Nat the Merc. I wrote a script. I wrote everything. The first story of Nat the Merc was planned in '69. And that's going to appear in Tales from the NatVerse 2 because it was the first story I've wrote and laid out, but I lost it entirely. Like the first story of Nat that was published was a short story. The guy told me you have like 12 pages to tell me a story quickly. So I told him another story than the first one I wrote because it was longer. It was a 20-pager. But that one was never published, and I'm going to be redrawing the entire thing.
Nice.
So that's what I'm working on right now from Tales from the NatVerse 2. I'm bringing back the first story I created in college in 2008 or 9, and it was supposed to be an animated series. So what we did is we did a 3D modeling, and we started a production of a 3D trailer.
Wow.
Yep. That was the project that's how Nat the Merc was born.
Oh my gosh.
I had a storyboard and everything, and then after that, when I got approached in 2012 for Zidara 9, and I'm like, dude, you're saying you're sci-fi and you want Wolf Dragon? Wolf Dragon's supernatural. I'll bring back. I got this there. I got Nat the Merc here, and the guy's like, fucking A. And that's how it started. And dude, that magazine had trouble selling like 30 copies on issue 1 and 2. We sold over 350 copies in one weekend. With number 3. And it was like that every time, right? That to the point that he was even selling some in France. I had interviews in France.
Oh my gosh, damn. That's sweet.
That was like, dude, the first time, like, I've never got invited to, like, I've been to cons, but being invited as a guest, right? So I was invited to the Salon du Livre de Québec. So it's like the book salon, right?
All right.
The book expo.
All right.
And I'm like, okay, but I can only be there like one day because I'm a single dad, right? So I had to hire a babysitter to babysit my kids while I left to Quebec City for a con, then come back on the same day. So I left in the morning, and I came back the night, right?
Whoa.
But the thing is, I got there, dude, with my mallet and everything, right? And I get to the table, and there's a lineup of people. All right, dude, that's fucking amazing. There's a lot of people waiting for the book. I go, no, they already bought the book. What the fuck are they here for? They're waiting for you. All right, what? That was my first moment like that, and where there's like 20 to 40 people coming to see you at the freaking book thing, and you're like, what?
Nice.
And that's how it started. Yeah.
Right on.
And in a way I owe all this to Michael Turner. There's Simon Bisley also.
Oh yeah, Simon Bisley.
Yeah, he's another one I met a lot, and when he saw my stuff, dude, let's just say that he gave me an amazing deal on those fucking drawings that he did for me, because he loves the characters.
Awesome.
I even have one for the Wolf Dragon.
Oh, cool. Right on. Welcome, Dillard Draws. Dude, you're let's see here. Let's bring this one into view. Tales from the NatVerse #1.
Yep.
How many books are you envisioning this, or is it going to be anthology with 5 short stories, all connected, building the world for the NatVerse series?
It's quite simple. Right now, technically, I have Tales from NatVerse 1, 2, and 3 planned. Right after that, I launched Nat the Merc, but I still have 3. Nat the Merc there's 6 books planned in 2 arcs, right? And I still have 3 more Tales from the NatVerse planned.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I got a lot of those. So yeah.
Is everything? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, that's why I've reinvested everything I made on Bloodhound into this. Like, that's why I had like 3 colorists on this. I got the editor, I got my letterer. Yeah.
How do you lay out your stories? I mean, do you literally just write everything on paper, or do you type everything out and do like a data dump of whatever comes to mind on what you want to do, and then try and reorganize the?
I have multiple ways of working technically, and not multiple ways. It's layered, you could say. So usually what I do is I'm not a writer per se, right? I can sit down and write a script, right? But my head goes into visuals sometimes. And it takes longer to freaking describe an entire action scene than just doing a layout.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of a mix of like I write the plot, right? Usually I have the main idea. I know how it starts, how it ends, and I start to fill in the middle. I have some key shots that I know that I want in there when I go from the get-go. So every time I start writing, I mainly write like a rough draft of the script, right? No, not much dialogues. I don't work a lot on the dialogues. I just start working like, I want this. This needs to be discussed. This needs to be highlighted. Like some conversation, but not all of it, right? Because I try to do everything when all my pages are laid out, and I know they're gonna be final, right? Like that, it's easier to gauge the dialogues in there. But after that, when I got that done, I got like the main plot out with some like layout sketches and stuff like that. Then I play the post-it. I do like a brainstorm where I just pull out like a whole bunch of ideas and I write it. Technically, like, it's the idea of you write it on a post-it, you put it on a board. Then you go, okay, that's gonna happen with this, and then it's gonna line up to this. Oh, I'm gonna cut that out. That's important. That highlights this. Oh, we need to see this before, because I kind of visualize the line in my head, and sometimes by doing the little stickers, or I do a timeline in a book, sketchbook too. Sometimes, like, that's what I did with Nat. Like, I actually have a big line, a timeline, and I know where all the stories happen. Like most of the stories in issue 1 happened before the story of Nat the Merc, right? The series Nat the Merc, except Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble happens during the first series, the first 3 issues. There's a point in the books where he's gonna go, I need to go meet up with, I need to go talk to Elrica. And he's gonna walk in at the end of that story. That's in Tales from the NatVerse 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the type of thing that I'm doing with Tales from the NatVerse.
All right.
Like I might, I might even tell you a story that's gonna happen like right before the end of the first series of Not the Merc.
Mm.
Or you'll go like, "Hey guy, you know that character you put in that story of Not the Merc? We really freaking liked him, and I had no plan of doing nothing with that one. I might give you an extra story and tell some in that verse."
Mm-hmm.
That's why, Not the Merc is the series concentrated on that, and Tales from the Netverse is kind of like a companion universe story. Like, meanwhile, in that verse, here's what's happening with Rose being a pirate. Here's Luani. Here's a flashback. Instead of giving you a flashback in the novel or something like that, I'll give you the backstory in Tales from the Netverse.
Mm-hmm. Cool. El Gargoyle says, and you got a Viking book?
Yeah, it's fuck. Runes of Ragnar. It's not mine. It's Rot 10. He's supposed to be right. He's supposed to be working on the sequel to the book that he published on Amazon. On Image. It was. I don't know if it was Dark Horse first, but I know it's at Image now.
Oh,
You could find it on Amazon.
okay.
And me and El Gargoyle, we've been trying. We've been coaching him to try and bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, he needs to write it.
All right. Get on that, El Gargoyle.
It's very cool. It's like the story of two immortal Viking brothers. Do I need to say more?
Well, it sounds fun.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Most definitely. Let's check out this trailer here.
Tales from the NatVerse. This ongoing anthology collects short stories introducing characters within the NatVerse, and are all connected to the main series, Nat the Merc. This 64-plus page perfect-bound anthology series collects short stories introducing Nat, Luani, Rose, Zed, and other characters within the NatVerse that you'll get to know and love in this prelude.
That was the cover for the first story.
This volume contains 2 previously published Nat stories, as well as the previously published Helena Rose stories, introducing you to those characters. In addition, you'll also be receiving 2 brand new stories by Simon Sim Pothier. Royal Rumble, colored by Seven Legions Michael Beacon. Also, Nat and Zed, colored by Spartan Scotsman of Xenotype. Arm up and fire off into the NatVerse.
Ooh yeah, go back it.
Cool. Who created the trailer again?
It's WyzGyz did the entire trailer,
Ah, all right.
and I'm the one that did the little animation at the end.
Nice. That was
And
cool.
that's a little voiceover that a voiceover actor did.
Oh.
Yeah.
But,
He asked me like, do you have a little dialogues I could read over that? I'm like, yeah, here you go.
hey, let's
Check it out. It's kind of cool.
And that I'm a merc for hire. Some call me a rebel, a renegade. Both are accurate. I was illegally created in an experiment by aliens known as the engineers. I've been living the life of an outlaw since birth. The Federation wants me dead. So we have to make money to stay alive and keep flying. What's your ETA, Nut? This is Bob, my father, and the droid who was once sent to eliminate me. Great guy. Made me the man I am today. Going in and about to bring the pain on anyone that stands in my way. Oh, goodness, please be careful. We just got that shit. Don't worry, Pops.
And that's it.
I was looking at that's quite cool. I was looking at the hanging dice, and I realized on one side of it, instead of the dots, it had your signature on it. Cool stuff.
So that's that one's Prelude. That's the only one in there that remains in black and white. It's only penciled, and there's a reason why. Because it's very.
Ah,
It's a long time ago in the past.
Rose Space Pirate.
Mm-hmm. That's the one that was dedicated to my mom because the first time I created that character, it was for breast cancer
Oh,
fundraising, and that's why she has the metal boob. Inspired by one of those first breast cancer survivor where they got the breast removed. She was walking down. I always remember that video. She was walking down the beach with one boob out, and people were like, "Don't you feel weird?" She goes, "I only have one left. Might as well flaunt it."
Oh,
Right? Kind of idea. So it was my way of showing a badass babe with one boob.
yeah.
Right?
What a trip.
So I did that, and that got me hit by feminists. I didn't like it at all.
Wow.
Not at all.
Go figure. Oh, man.
I didn't like it at all.
Oh.
Anyways, when my mom got diagnosed with cancer in 2014, and she got told that she only had like 5 months to live, I decided to bring her into the NatVerse and give her, her story and try and get it done before she passed away. And I made a deal with the guy, the editor of Zidara 9, right? And he agreed. So what I did is I drew, it was in black and white back then, drew that story in 2 weeks, right?
Oh, wow.
It was a 10 to 12, I think, page. And it got printed, and she got it like 2 weeks before she passed.
Oh, man. So
she got to read it, and my mom's name was Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's called Elena Rose. And Rose goes from my cousin, which is a badass girl who does tattoos.
Oh.
So it's kind of a wink to, two of my favorite girls in my family.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awful sweet.
And in it's not a spoiler, but in there she's kind of like a big sister type of role to that.
Uh-huh.
And she's a badass queen of the pirates.
Cool. I like her design. I
Thanks.
especially like her long ponytails.
You could say it's like my little wing to bubblegum crisis stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You know what was interesting? In the trailer, the first trailer, the music kind of reminded me of Transformers the movie, the animated one.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I love the riff in that song.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Sounds like Joe King as Kilgore. Kilgore.
Yeah, a bit.
Killer Instinct, right? Kilgore?
No, Kilgore, it's Slaughterhouse.
Oh, okay, all right.
Remember? Slaughter Squad by Joe King.
Oh,
He's
okay.
CGI, the guy that had the cartoon thing with the bull.
Yeah,
I'm about to grab you by the horns. You can't beat this, meat. Yeah, that guy. No, you can't beat this beef. There you go. That's this thing.
All right. Now I got it. Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh.
And that's one of the two news stories because Tales from the NatVerse 1 reprints the first and second story I wrote about Nat and published in Zidara 9 and the first role story. The thing is, the first one was censored, so I re-added the 2 page that was cut out.
Oh.
And all the lettering and the dialogues have been reworked. Like I've rewrote all the dialogues and they're all getting re-lettered. And plus you get 2 new stories, which is the Royal Rumble one, and you get the Nat and Zed, which is like a little buddy story, which is kind of like the little cement in Tales from the NatVerse 1, 2, 3, right? That cements everything that leads to Nat the Merc. So technically, it's like Nat and Zed is the story that's you're gonna find one of those story of Nat and Zed in 1, 2, and 3, and it leads to Nat the Merc.
Oh,
So it's kind of, that Nat and Zed is like my cement story. So that's why that it's Scotsman doing it, because the actual colorist for that I got for Tales from the NatVerse is actually Beacon, right? Scotsman wanted to be Nat the Merc. But since I'm doing that, they're both coloring issue 1, 2, and 3 until we launch the book. And right now, I'm also working on putting together a standalone story from Nat and Lowani. And it's going to be me and Inkspot. So I'm going to be penciling and we're going to do a mix of, remember that painterly look that you saw, that painting? So we want to do a story with something similar. Maybe not as, time consuming, but we're doing some tests. We want to do a standalone painted that looks like like we're doing the European comic.
All right.
And then the other news story is Royal Rumble. That one's colored by Beacon. Yep. If you go in the updates, you see the cover and the colored cover.
Ooh.
I even started showing like Inkspot is coloring because he's doing my presentation coloring. So he's doing my interior cover colors and my credit page.
Okay, all right.
Look, I'll show you. Let me just go to that file.
The image on Nat's chest, is that a tattoo or is it his chest hair?
That's his chest hair. Yeah, it's his chest hair. And if you notice, it's the shape of his battleship. It is the shape of his ship. And it's the logo he has on his belt too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, that's great. Oh my gosh. That's a trip.
Yeah, and he doesn't trim it. He's born that way. No, he's not born with that hair. He grew like that. Here, this is the interior cover that I got Inkspot to color.
All right.
So that's going to be when you open the book. So interior cover.
Whoa.
And that's going to be the first page with the credit. And I want the lettering to be like, the letters flying in the explosion. So you're going to see like, created by Sim, this, but all like, letters flying in the air.
Oh, neat. That looks good.
Here's the colors of the cover that Beacon did.
That's like the... Oh, all right.
Beacon just went Super Saiyan, dude. And by the way, go back 7 Legions because he totally deserves it.
Yeah. 7 Legions is a good book.
And see how good we do with dwarfs, me and him? I draw them mean, and he colors them well, right? Because you remember that Inkslayer thing we're talking about? We're doing the fucking rocket dwarf, dude. We're doing a full story of the jetpack rocket axe powered dwarf. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
You're doing it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, dude. I've been pushing it for so long. He's like, dude, I'm bringing it to Inkslayer. I'm like, fucking A. And dude, the story that he's working on, it's pretty goddamn sweet. Let's just say, no spoiler, but you might see a little puny little badass dwarf fight giant fucking monster.
That definitely sounds like a lot of fun there.
And here's another piece that
Those are
Ink
looking
Spot did it
good.
for me. And that's going to be the entire back cover saying goodbye and thank you to everyone. And see you next book.
All right.
That's going to be the interior back cover. Going, thank you everyone for joining the NatVerse and see you all next book.
Wow, I really love the background too.
And all of those are
Slash
unlockable prints that I'll just unlock as soon as we unlock more stuff. Like, the more money I make, the more stuff I give you. You know me.
Yeah, that's looking good, man. Sweet.
And that's his logo. And
Uh-huh.
that's one of the things I wanted to do. I want to be able to make I want the patch.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna.
want the patch of this.
Are you thinking it would be like full size like that?
No. I'd probably want to do it like you could put it like on your, on your baseball cap, taking all the front maybe, like,
Okay.
or put it on your chest if you want.
Yeah.
Not that big.
Right.
Something you could put on your backpack or something. But yeah, I'd love to get
Cool.
one done. And
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
simple colors. It's red and white,
Yeah.
grayish. But I think it would be cool.
Yeah, of course. Definitely a good idea.
And Ink Spot, well, he's fucking great at painting. Dude, I told him, just do space in the background. I didn't draw nothing. No, just put space. Look at that stuff, dude. He even has a shooting star.
I know.
I'm like, dude.
That's what I'm tripping about.
That shooting star there, yeah.
Yeah, the shooting star. It looks like you've got
little planets there.
Yeah. You've got other stars. You've got constellations. It's like, damn.
And that's the painting.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, how was it painted? Is it a digital?
It's my pencils, right?
All right.
And he does digital painting over my pencils. Then he blends everything. So those are my pencils that he blends in.
Okay. Wow.
So this is before he blends the pencils here on the leg, as you can see.
Oh,
then he goes and blends it in. Yeah.
Is this a work in progress?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be the variant cover for Tales and NatVerse 2. And since we've been delayed because the colors are not done yet, I'm giving away a print of that for free with the book now. So you're gonna like the prints I like to give like on cardstock comic book size.
Yep.
So everybody's gonna be getting one of those because one, it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah. It's nice.
And dude, he spends a lot of time on this. Like, yeah. That's like 2 weeks work almost, like 20 to 40 hours, if not more.
Wow, nice.
So, yeah. I'm pretty happy with this. And I don't know, there's something, our styles together just mix so goddamn well. It's like Jim Lee and Scott Williams or something. There's just something.
Cool. Yeah, that's a nice piece. I look forward to seeing the finished product. And that's like your classic shot of your protagonist walking away from
an explosion. Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosion. And when you're gonna open the book, right here on the top left, it's gonna say cue music. I'm not gonna tell you which song. You just cue your own goddamn music. So cue music, and then you're gonna see all the credits blowing up here.
That's cool.
I like to work with presentation, dude. I think that's one of the things that we're missing in books now that we used to have a lot before. Like one of the things I used to like to do with Nat before, when I used to publish all the other stories, it's when I would publish them is when he's not in story, he breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
And I always fucking do it. I have a piece right now where they're giving me shit because he's been waiting for more than 5 years for his next story. Right? And you have Luwani in the back going, I better be in that fucking one. He only teased me in the last fucking book. And Zed's going, yeah, at least he got more than 2 lines. Right? That when they're not in story, I like to play around. So there's a piece that's gonna you're gonna see them in the back room reading the script and giving me shit. And one of my old books, right? People would open the book. There was a square for a sketch square. right? A little square, a sketch area, and Nat was leaning on it and going, "Don't forget to ask that lazy ass fucking artist for a sketch before you leave."
That's
No,
pretty fun. I like that idea.
I don't like to make them break the fort wall within the story, right?
Right.
But when they're not, when they're in presentation or extras or stuff like that, yep.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Absolutely.
And when I did the one where you learn a bit of his origin at the end, right? After the epilogue, there was an extra drawing, like a page,
Uh-huh.
or it's like at the end of the story it says the end, right? So you know that the last page is not a page part of the story, right? So when you read the page, not sitting there with his gun in his hand, he's like, now you know part of my origin. If you talk to anybody about it, I will eradicate you, your entire line. I will erase you totally. Then he goes, nah, just joking. Just go tell everybody. I want more people reading my story. Go, 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 go.
Uh, that's pretty entertaining.
hmm And one of the guys that when I was telling you that we had a producer coming on to help us on the project,
Uh-huh.
and in college, he's one of the guys that works with Funimation.
Is that right?
Yeah, you worked on the. You went to work on what's the freaking thing? Space Dandy.
Huh.
That guy wanted me to put dicks everywhere in the fucking city. Like there's the planet called Planet 69, right? And
All
the
right.
idea of the joke Planet 69 is it's a floating black ball of pool, right? And 69 on it in the sky, right? And it's technically a planet where you have the black market, and you'll go there for strippers. And there's a place called Boobarama, right? But he was like, you need to have like buildings like looking like dicks and stuff. Like, dude, guy, back the fuck off. Like a joke, a joke. There's a limit between joking and being a bit like cheesy or something like that, right? Kinky in jokes, then going full perv. Oh, you call the Planet 69? Yeah, it's a fucking joke. Everybody laughs every time you say Planet 69. Just by saying Planet 69, you know what to expect there.
Right.
You know you're not going to see anything legit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think making all the buildings look like dicks is going too far.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good that's why I had something, and when Zidara came to me and go, do you want to come publish with us? And I'm like, well, I'm bringing Nat the Merc, and I decided to start laying out short story because I'm a big fan of Heavy Metal magazine, right? And I
Yeah.
remember 2000 AD, they used to do that, like short stories that used to build up upon each other, right? Like to be a bigger story, and I'm like, what can I do that's different? I'm like, what if I just told different stories that stands by themselves? They don't build up, right? Like you don't get like the sequel to Rose. You get another story of Rose, right?
Uh-huh.
But by the end of that, you realize, hey, you just fucking build a universe. Now with you guys know that that's what I'm doing from the get-go. But not when I was doing in Zidara. It took them like after when they read Rose and they're like, why the fuck is she mentioning Nat? Like that's one of the first questions. We're like, out of nowhere, why the fuck does she mention like a boy with a fucking robot?
Hmm.
I'm like, because it's not. They're in the same universe? Yeah. And that's how I'm treating it. Like, not because I'm telling you a story, like a story of Rose. You're not going to see Nat in it. Get it? You're not going to see Nat in every story, but he's linked to every character.
Right.
Or going to be linked.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let's just say I have a really big story. Like, the first time, like, let's just say that the first 12 issues when I was the idea when I first went with Nat the Merc. Just Nat the Merc was 12 issues planned. So my first big arc is actually, so they're all split in 3 issues, the arcs, if that makes sense. So it's,
Yeah.
It's my way of breaking them down by stories, if you could. Because if I could, if I could afford it, dude, I'd fucking do like a 200 pager, no problem.
Right, right. Like a complete story or an
Hmm.
omnibus.
Yeah, and I also decided that when you can go like, do I want to do like a book that's gonna be quickly done, or do I want to take my time and I think that's one of the things that's fun about CG is and indie comics, Indiegogo and stuff like that is the fact that we get to the time to do the books the way we want them.
Yeah,
No, we get fed up of getting treated like cheeseburger McDonald's cheeseburgers as comics.
yeah, seriously.
So that's a piece of Simon Bisley did an ink wash for me. It's 11 by 17.
Wow. Oh, I'm behind the times. I'm still looking at the stuff on the left.
No problem. But right now, until we reach right now, I think it's 12. Yeah, there's still 12 free sketch cards available for backers.
Ooh,
Because
cool.
the first 100 backers of a physical book get a free sketch card.
Nice.
And so far, if I'm not mistaken, there's still 12 left. Because I sold a few digital. So, for $25 you get a book and a sketch card. Plus a print and stickers.
Yeah, that's a deal.
And another thing that we did is since me and Beacon are helping each other in fulfillment, we can do Canada US for $15. So if you buy one book or even the 2-pack, you only pay $15 shipping in the US.
All right.
Which is pretty sweet compared to the 2025 than before.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yep.
That's when a lot of people were like, "But you're charging me more shipping than the cost of the book itself?"
Hmm? The what?
No, it's like that's when people talk about the higher price shipping, 20 to $25 to ship a book.
But that's the
More
save zone.
Yeah.
Because there's some that cost 36, like there's some that cost 46, dude.
Youch.
Like just the UK, right? The difference between depending because I had big books, right? In overall, it's like an 80-page book, including the covers, right? So it weights. So sending one book was costing me $22 to the UK, right? As soon as that you would pass the 500 grams, though, so 2 books, $46.
Jeez.
So if I took out like the sketch cards, right? And so
Right.
that I would have been under the 500 grams. Get it? I'm mentioning, not to complain, just so people know how it works, especially for international. Because as soon as you pass that 500 grams, you will pay double. It doubles for international.
Yeah.
So that's why remember Bancroft was talking about he was anal about the weight of his package. Can't pass 500 grams. That's why, because you go from 22 to 44 pretty quickly.
Now, does it get even worse when you're shipping to Australia, or does it cost roughly the same?
It's about the same thing.
Okay. All right.
But it depends for who. I don't know for you guys, but for me, because Commonwealth,
Oh, all right. All right.
it's a bit cheaper certain places than others, right?
Okay. All right.
Like to me, it's about the same price right now. But Venezuela is one that's very expensive. Singapore was 40 something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
One of the things that the Beacon recommends a lot, and also Drew, is to at least check with something called stamps.com that you guys can use in the US,
Right.
right? To at least, you know, if I don't know if you have to be subscribed to kind of like get an you know, estimate,
Hmm.
but you can easily have an estimate going, this is the weight, the package of what I'm sending, and you can just scroll down for each country and they'll tell you the price for everything.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Get the idea? So it's a good thing to have. So if you're thinking this to do for like in a long run, you might want to subscribe to stamp.com. Drew uses it a lot, and B can subscribe to it too, and we're buying one of those little label printers soon.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Because the idea is to try and figure out the ways to get books to you safely without having to send you second copies and making sure they get to you safe. That's why, you know, people try to stick with Geminis, but international it gets really freaking expensive pretty goddamn quick. So right now I know there's a few people that are sending like the books within 2 cardboards in an envelope, and so far, you know, there's only one book that got here damaged.
Huh.
So it's a possibility into checking, you know. You get a bubble wrap. What you do is you grab your book, you put 2 cardboard, you know, you cut a box up, right? They do that and they take a masking, like a tape, they tape it properly, like, you know, so the book doesn't move in it, and then they put that in an envelope.
Hmm.
It's not something that I'm crazy about because, you know, one mailman in a bad mood can fold it.
Yeah.
But it's an option for people, you know. You know, let's be honest here. When you even some of the big guys, they don't send them in mailers. They send them in an envelope with cardboard.
Hmm.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, saving $5 to $10 on the shipping by doing that could you know. Another thing I recommend is if you're thinking of doing that regularly on a long run, open yourself a you know, you register your company and you open yourself a business account with FedEx or stuff like that. And you can negotiate yourself a deal if you know how much you can ship. Like let's just say you ship like you're gonna have 200 things to ship every 2 months. So they'll give you a deal for like you'll save that discount or this or that for you know, like 20% off if you do have that much thing. That makes sense.
Okay.
The more you ship with them, and if you become a regular you know, thing, then they'll start offering you a 40% discount on international for a certain amount of time and stuff like that.
Ooh.
That's one of the things I was checking into. That's why we're doing this, because what we're doing is it's cheaper for me to send 4 boxes to Beacon, right, Express, than sending a whole bunch of package to you Express, right? And during the Corona, you know that anything that's regularly shipped takes 3 months, 2 to 3 months now, 3 fucking months now. There's somebody that it took 4 months to make it to one place.
Wow. That's a long
right?
time.
But when I sent a bulk shipment,
Uh-huh.
dude, it was at his place in 2 days. He can have it at his place in 2 days.
2 days?
He remailed everything. Everybody got their books within 2 weeks, dude, in the U.S.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. It's when Corona hit, dude, I had to get a, you know, imaginative and start checking into it because I'm like, oh fuck, I got screwed. You know? And then I started checking into it and I'm like, okay, well, if you do bulk shipment, you know, okay. It's the regular mail internationally that's blocked. Huh. It's way easier to send one box, and then if you send like 1 box or 2 to somebody that can remail over there, you'll save a little bit of money even.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Well, that's true. That's true. Let me see here. So, where are we again? We are at 5,421. Okay.
Yep. At 7,500, I'll unlock the 3 next stickers. That will make 6 stickers that comes with the book. At 10K, I give away a Simon Bisley print with the Joe Ball print.
Oh, wow. Nice.
At 15K, I was remastering the first story of Nat and Rose, and I was adding those. When I first did the first story of Nat, right? There was 4-page edited out because of length, right? I had a limited page, and Then he edited. He cut out the 2 page because I don't want to say what they are. But there was 2 pages that was cut out. Those are already back in. That is me redrawing the entire thing and adding the 4 page that was first cut out. If that makes sense. Like, let's just say there's a big fight that got cut out because of time.
Oh, all right.
Right? So I would like to go back and maybe redraw that thing. Because it's always something that I've been wanting to go back, like maybe redraw the first story one day. But
Cool.
and everybody that gets the sexy print gets 2 extra prints in it. And at 20K, but we were unlocking a swimsuit special.
Yes, artists Canales,
Yep.
Figaro, and Carla.
And I have 12 others unlocking after.
12 others.
12 other artists, yeah.
Dang! Wow.
And if it's not unlocked on this campaign, it's coming back on the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I want this done. I want just
Oh, yeah.
come on, think about it. A NatVerse swimsuit special, okay? You're talking like I like the idea. Remember the Image or the last Marvel ones that we had where they were on vacation? Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, they'll go on vacation, but something happened.
Yeah.
Right? So, dude, you're in the NatVerse. You can even create a new planet just for a freaking scene.
Yeah.
Just to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
How crazy can it get? Hey, Nat and Luani went for a picnic, and out of nowhere, a freaking sandworm came out and ruined their day. Right?
That is the beauty of creating your own universe. You can do whatever the heck you please.
Pretty much. And I Vinny was lined up to be in there. Like all my friends are lined up to be doing a piece in their passion for drawing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Bisley piece, the ink wash is pretty sweet.
Yeah, and it's 11 by 17. It's not a small one. On Bristol. Yep.
Page from Nat and Zed.
And I'll send it in a tube so it doesn't get damaged.
This is this traditional ink?
Nope.
I mean traditional pencil and ink.
Nope.
Oh, so this is digital.
Yep. But that's the thing. It's hard to say, right? Because I work the same way as if I was working traditional.
Right. Yeah, it is hard to tell.
Like I barely put correctors in my line, dude. I just use it as you can say, cheap tool. Like you can reproduce anything, right? Like especially Clip Studio or Sketchbook Pro, they reproduce the real life art, right? Like tools like a G Pen. Hold on. Which one do I have? You have the G Pen, the Quill Quill, the Kolinsky brush, chisel, edge. So it's all actual tools, right? And and the way I approach it is I sketch everything, and I still treat it as if I was drawing on paper, except I have layers. It's like the only thing is I have a safety net that makes me being faster.
Yeah.
It allows me to be faster because I'm not afraid of fucking up. I can pretty much correct anything I freaking want.
Yeah, that's something I really like about digital. That flexibility and the layers. Being able to make use of layers.
But everything you see there that I do digital, I can also do in traditional. I pencil and I ink.
So this page,
This is the cover.
All right. Did I hear you right that whoever gets this would receive this rolled up in a tube?
Not this. It's the Bisley Pete.
Oh yeah, this one right here.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I send that in rolled up in a nice tube, protected and stuff.
Nice.
I've sent original art in top loader once. And the guy rolled it up and it cracked and it pierced everything. So I'm right now, like I don't care. I bought a box, dude. I bought a full box of tubes. I don't send any original art anymore. I send it in a tube now. Screw this. It's safer and it's way easier for you to just like unroll it and get rid of the bend and anything else.
Yep.
And this is one of the new page for the Nat and Zed stories. And this is, the little wink at Luani. Because you don't get to know much of Luani in the first book. That's why she's pissed at me in that piece I was telling you. And she's pissed. She's loading her gun. Just freaking tease me and use me for a special cover.
Wow, man.
But like, to me, she's my little baby that she never got to see the day. You understand what I mean? Like, she was the next one to be launched on Zidara 9. She was the exclusive limited cover of the last issue where Rose was, right? She was the next one to launch, and they went, nah, it's a bit too this and that, and we're gonna go more feminist. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm freaking happy right now to be able to bring back Nat, be in Nat, dude. I haven't been this happy in a long freaking time. It's like playing with my favorite toys. It's like, hey, remember those Transformers you had a long time ago? Yeah, here's the entire fucking set of the Masterpiece series. Have fun. This is pretty much what just this is to me. It's like going back to my second baby, because my first one was Wolf Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolf Dragon is like the last dragon born in human form, raised by an immortal knight, right? And his his curse is to keep the balance on Earth.
Right.
And then I that was my first, like, what got me the attention from Michael Turner, where I met him for like 4 years in a row, right, in Toronto. And then Nat is the one that got me known, you could say. Got me some work, and it's, you never got to finish it. Now I get to.
Right.
And I'm very dedicated to get it done.
Heck yeah. It's looking good. Hexalon Comics, welcome. Hey, it's him. Welcome, Dark Gift. What's up, peeps?
And as you know, I picked up a really good team on this. The Nat crew is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got an editor, Steve Dye. I got colorist, Michael Beacon, Scotsman, Inkspot, and I got my letterer, the same letterer that's been with me on Bloodhound. And if you like everything that's on Bloodhound, the same team plus colorist.
Sweet.
Minus the dialogue co-writer. Adam's not there.
Mm.
But Adam, he knows that he has the opportunity to be around for any project that has to do with Bloodhound. Like crossovers, because where me and Preston are doing a Doc Salem Bloodhunt crossover.
Yeah.
And you might be seeing a Bloodhunt God's Hand crossover.
Nice.
So remember when I said I have no plans on doing Bloodhunt for another year or two. The second Bloodhunt. But there's gonna be crossovers. You're gonna be seeing Vincent. But there's a reason why I'm doing this. Because there's a year or two between issue 1 and 2. If that makes sense. I try to treat Bloodhunt like a movie. And when you hit the Bloodhunt 2, it's going to be 2 years after. Like the second year after everything happened in book 1.
Uh-huh.
So you skip 1 full year. So that's my idea. And number 3 is the conclusion of everything. And that's when we jump a bit ahead in the future. Don't ask more questions. I'm not saying more. About that one, I'm not saying more.
That's all I have to say about that.
Say no more. I'm about to get Steve jumping in here and going, spoilers!
Can't have that. Matanui says, I have marathon these streams all day. That's a fact.
Yeah, every time I've jumped in, I saw him and there he goes. The only time I was like, I left for an hour. What did I miss?
Yeah. El Gargoyle says, who knows, you might have a Russian wrestler dressing like her.
Yep. I've been trying to coach a Russian wrestler to dress up as Luani.
Is that right?
Dude, she looks like a Barbie, dude. She looks a bit like her, right?
Really?
And I'm like, sweetie, she does. Who should I cosplay as? I'm like, you should definitely cosplay as Luwani. You actually look like her. And she's been very responsive and friendly. So we never know. She's a she's a wrestler in the making, and she's yeah.
So is she like pro already, or possibly soon to be pro?
Possibly to be pro. She's for those I think Japanese wrestling, but she's still amateur right now. Yeah.
Wow.
But she does do those televised ones, so it's.
Can you pull up pictures of her?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
That would be a trip.
Let's see.
If she would be game.
See if I can find. Her name is Marika, I think. Hold on, I just need to find her.
Hmm.
Can't. I think it's Martina or Marika. She's. Oh, come on. El Gargoyle, do you have the freaking name? I can't remember the name. I think it's Martina, Marika. Can't find her in the search on Google, on Twitter. Come on.
I wonder if is this her? Hold on. I'm not sure if this is the right person, but does that look like her?
Nope.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
Hold on, wrong window.
Whoops.
There you
El Gargoyle says, "Yeah, you almost spoiled your own ending in Bloodhound."
go. Yeah. Almost did.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right.
She looks like Luwani, dude.
Yeah, she does. What a trip.
This is her when she wrestles.
So it's Natalia.
Natalia Markova. See, that's why I was mixing it up.
Natalia Markova.
So, tell me she doesn't look like Luwani.
Pro wrestler and fitness model.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a pro wrestler. But, pro as in I don't think she's in the WWE yet, or,
Right.
But
Damn, what a tiny
look
waist.
at how she's fucking solid, though.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, tiny ways, but she looks like she can put up a fight.
My goodness.
And there's one where she has her green eyes, like she's dressed like the girl from The Witcher. Oh, dude. Look at this. That's her.
Whoa.
Where's the Witcher
That
part?
was like a back roundhouse kick.
See?
Damn. Whoa.
That's the first pic I saw of her, and I'm like, dude, that's fucking Luwani. And I'm like, hi. I'm like, how's it going? Would you be interested?
Yeah. Damn.
And check this out. That's the one I was looking for. There you go. Switch the eyes to yellow and put the green hair.
Uh-huh.
That's fucking Luwani, 100%.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would work. Oh yeah. Sweet. Oh,
So that's her when she's in armor. Because in Tales from the NatVerse 2, that's where you get to really know Luani. You get to know a bit of her past, and because you're gonna find out a lot of stuff. Like she looked different. She looks different the first time you meet her, and when you meet her in different stories,
uh-huh.
until you find out what she is. Sorry if I have to be mysterious in certain things, but
Oh no, you're good. Hey.
as you guys got to know from me, even with Bloodhound, some people thought I gave away too much, and I didn't give nothing out. I try not to. I like Gargo said, I almost like told the ending the other day on the on the stream.
Right.
Because it's out, and I'm used to talking with it to people, and I still have to treat it with spoilers.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Hoo-wee. That's the truth.
But yeah, if you haven't read anything from me, you definitely want to get Bloodhound too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I should have it in my collection over there. Let's see here. Hey, Kino Subway, welcome.
What's up, Chris?
Gothic Arch. That's how you sell a book, man. Yeah.
Oh, talking about Chris. Want to see Chris in the book I'm writing right now? Check this out.
Can I share that?
Yep. So I'm working on this, right? And she's flying down, and she's gonna go to somebody with a bike. You recognize the guy that getting kicked off a bike? That's Chris. And if you look there, look what it says on his jacket. Morning roast. Poof! Get off! And then you're gonna see a thought bubble going. I'm definitely gonna be late this time.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
And I can show this little wink to some of my inspiration. Armitage, Gunham, Bilal, Enki Bilal. I love that guy. If you don't know him, he's a big European comic book creator, and he wrote and produced his own movie adaptation called Immortal.
Oh,
2000 AD, Heavy Metal Meta Barons, right?
Huh?
You have a wink to my bros, Inkslayer, Ace, the Ace. And here you have Lost Pages and all the books in Inkslayer. Demona, you have the Inkspot Creation, Metal Mayhem Rock Boy. Hero. That's gonna be that's Scotsman IP that he's writing. 7 Legions, because we're gonna have the freaking goddamn dwarf. And Bloodhound because Bloodhound. I want to plug Bloodhound. Well, yeah, I like to have fun like that.
Nice.
And you definitely don't want to miss this. Look how badass she is.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Like, here's a little glimpse at the scene quickly. They're running away. He's like, think we lost her. Looks up back behind you, see jumping from car to car. Boom, boom, boom. And she's right there. He's like, oh shit! And see, you even see the car tilted a bit because of the weight of the jump.
Yeah. Space cars. Kina says, not even her kick can damage my indestructible nose.
Nope.
That's funny.
No, you might survive. You might see another cameo in another story.
Yeah, really.
You see him walking out of the hospital. Sim's gonna be pissed at me, and then the bus hits him.
Alright, so let's check out these perks real quick.
Yeah, right now the featured perk, because I did the $69, the big deal that I was offering everybody, where they had a discount, is out. Because you had like 2 books, like 2 sets of prints for $69, so like a $90 value
Mm.
for $69. But now you can buy the featured tier is the sketch cover that I'm gonna get made.
All right.
So I'm not just drawing a little head sketch on it. I'm actually drawing you a little action cover, and you get to pick the main character from the NatVerse you want on it, if that makes sense. Like, which one you want to be the star, of that cover? Do you want me to, you want your main focus to be on that, right? Or you want Rose? I'm not saying you won't see other characters. I'm just saying, which one you want to be the focus on, the star or the
Right.
cover. That's what you get to choose. Nothing else from NatVerse.
Oh, cool.
That, if you want that, you get the head sketch one. You get to pick whatever you want.
Oh, all right.
You have the digital for $20. Technically, I take off the price of printing.
Okay. All right. Nice.
$25 to get that's the exclusive cover for the campaign. I'm not reprinting that one. I'm printing just enough for the campaign, like I did with the variant cover on Bloodhound. So that's just for this campaign. I'm not. The variant cover on the campaign is gonna become the final cover after, if that makes sense.
So you don't plan on like doing it, like overprinting maybe extra 50 to 100 copies just to keep in your family? Like,
No, I'm printing more of the book, not that cover.
oh, all right, gotcha. All right.
Because the other cover that you see there, the group shot, the next tier, it's in black and white now, but that one's gonna be colored by Scotsman, and that's gonna be the final cover of the book. That's the one I'm gonna overprint a bit.
Okay, all right, cool.
Not that first one.
Yeah, first one's limited.
Yeah, that one's like a mock-up of my previous covers.
Oh, okay,
So I didn't touch them up. It's my previous cover with my colors.
okay.
That's the first colors I did on Royal Rumble before I lost everything. So it's all it's all the actual old stuff I had that I made a mock-up of the cover. That's why to me it's sentimental. That's why I made it the main cover for the campaign, like the limited one.
Uh-huh.
And that's gonna be the final one, the one underneath. Because that's the story where he gets his new ships.
Hmm. All right, let me see here. The variant cover, then you got the sim pack.
The sim pack that you get Tales in an NatVerse, and you get Bloodhound, the first printing.
Ah.
And most of them have add-ons, so you can have another copy of the NatVerse.
Oh, okay.
And if you go into the higher tiers, like the more expensive one, they all have an add-on to add a Bloodhound too, if you want.
Oh, cool. All right.
So you could get Bloodhound with the head sketch or the page tier.
Okay. Nice.
The head sketch that you get the book, right? Plus you get a head sketch of the character of your choice, and it could be Cyberfrog.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So is it one of those things where someone backs the tier and then you just reach out to them via email or?
What do you want? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Then the next one, those are the last full original pencil story I did, which is part of the origin of Nat. So I'm offering, like right now, I'm offering the 14 pages without the epilogue. The epilogue, I took it out. It's like a sci-fi horror. As you can see, the pages are a bit gruesome.
Yeah.
But first one, first serve. So they're 11 by 17, fully penciled, and they're in perfect shape. They've been in the file for ever since. They're in perfect condition. I even have the cover. that I did for it. So right now there's 14 page available, first come first serve. So what happens is I'll send you a digital file and you pick the page that you want, and
Gotcha.
the first one that backs it is the first one to pick his page.
Nice. Are any of the original pencil pages like double page spread?
Nope.
All right.
Just the cover.
All right.
The cover was a wraparound.
And then we got Nat by The Biz.
Yeah, and that's just the print. Like if you buy that page from on top, you get the book with it. That one is just the print of the Biz, if I'm not mistaken. Click on it, please. Yep, that's just the print I put there. Yep.
Ink wash.
And you could add the books as an add-on, because I put it there for people that already backed the book. Because it's something I added later. Because
Gotcha.
it's a piece by Bisley. I've had it for like what, since 2016.
Damn, that long? Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that's when I was doing my Kickstarter. He was on to do a cover.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
But his favorite character was Wolf Dragon.
Mm.
So you can get that one's always going to be sent in a protective tube that's 18-inch long, and make sure that you get it safe.
Yeah, nice. So much to choose from. Yeah, seriously. All kinds of good perks, tiers.
Well, try to make it worth your while.
Heck yeah.
And just already at 25, right? Right now where we're at, you're already getting the print that's going to be painted. That's the ink spot is doing the paint over that I showed earlier, right? Where you see Nat on the bike, and you already get 3 stickers. When we get to 7500, you get 6 stickers of all the characters in there by 6 a.m.
Sweet.
So you get your money's worth. I always try to make sure that you get your money's worth.
Looks good.
No thanks.
Let's go ahead and play the promo once more, and then we'll close it out.
Tales from the NatVerse. This ongoing anthology collects short stories introducing characters within the NatVerse and are all connected to the main series, Nat the Merman. This 64-plus page perfect-bound anthology series collects short stories introducing Nat, Milani, Rose, Zed, and other characters within the NatVerse that you'll get to know and love in this prelude. This volume contains 2 previously published Nat stories, as well as the previously published Helena Rose stories, introducing you to those characters. In addition, you'll also be receiving 2 brand new stories by Simon Pothier. Royal Rumble, colored by 7 Legions Michael Beacon. Also, Nat and Zed, colored by Spartan Scotsman of Xenotype. Arm up and fire off into the NatVerse.
Yeah, that's cool.
And one thing I'd like to mention is the fact that we had aimed to have everything like starting delivering on the end of November, and we got delayed in colors, right? So
that's all right.
I'm just waiting on colors, and as soon as they come in, we're going to print. So
Nice.
maximum, like me, I'm just waiting to have a confirmed date of colors coming in right now because Cotman is finishing up his job on Xenotype.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, the color should be done before the end of the month. So January going to print and fulfilling for sure. So
Nice.
everything's gonna get their book. The thing is, we all thought that they would have had all the colors done on time, but life happened, some stuff happened, so they got delayed. So
Yep.
it's not just their fault. We wanted to deliver something quick. We should have just still said 3 months, but we're trying to aim for Christmas because we wanted it out for Christmas.
Right.
That was the idea.
That's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a tight schedule. We really, really wanted to try and make it, but it didn't work. You live and learn, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the book's coming out.
Yeah. Definitely looks
And
like it's gonna be a cool one.
what we're sharing right now, it's the 6 stickers by 6 a.m. So right now, what's unlocked is the 3 boys, and we're waiting to unlock the 3 girls.
Mm.
So yeah, as soon as we reach 7,500, you guys with one book, you get 6 stickers, 1 print, and a sketch card if you're part of the first 100 backers of a physical book. I give away free sketch cards.
Nice. So did 6 a.m. have like each of these characters drawn separately, and then he
Yeah,
threw them all together in a single image?
yeah, see?
Oh, all right. Oh my gosh, what a trip!
No here.
Huh. Oh, cool.
They're all individual, and you can so me, I got them printed all individual, and
Uh-huh.
you can do your own mock-up.
Wow. Oh, that's neat.
Because I had the idea of either printing one sticker of those,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought it would be fun. It cost me more, but I think it would be fun. It would be more fun to offer them all cut out like that. So you
Yeah.
can either split them up between friends or your kids and stuff like that, or just make your own mock-up of the team how you want them.
Are they die cut stickers?
Yep.
All right. Nice.
It's the Diaz brother are sending me my stickers soon. They're the one making them like the one you got with you saw the stickers you got with the Lost Pages?
Yeah.
They're the one making my stickers.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah, they're already ordered. They're on their way. Like I ordered all 6 of them already, even they're not unlocked. I just want to be able to offer more stuff and.
Okay, good.
You know me, I might even give them away, even if I don't have the 7,500. But the thing is, like we like to mention, is $5,000 is it's great that we can freaking all get 5,000. That's but to actually make money, we need to be in the stretch goals that that the creators actually start making more money. That the bare the $3,000 is okay. I can print and fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, you start thinking about okay, now I can overprint.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's what I did with Bloodhound. Instead of just ordering 200 copies, I ordered 400, 460.
Right.
And I only had 60 variant cover. Like I only have 4 left to sell. That's it.
Whew.
I'm never reprinting the variant cover again.
4 left.
Yep.
Cool.
Like I'm serious when I said that I'm not overprinting a cover. I'm not like I'm ordering like a round number because I can't just go like, oh, give me 17. I'll go 20. But
Yeah.
because in case you get a copy that's lost or something, you need a copy to exchange it.
Well, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to cover for the kinds of things that come up. Welcome to our gift. Hello. Hellos all around. All right. Right on.
And you get 3 old stories and 3 old, technically with the dialogues remastered and the lettered, and 2 new ones.
All right.
And the rest is just new.
Cool. I am going to give you the floor now. Please share with the world how you can be found on social media.
Well, you can find me under Simon Simpacci on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and you can, that little logo you see right there, that's beautiful. That's the Inkslayer logo. That's me, Inkspot, Scotsman, and Beacon. And that's going to be one big book we're going to be working on. So you can find us also on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook under the Inkslayer.
Inkslayer.
Yep, and you find me every Monday, Friday morning with Kino Subway, Chris Evans with the morning roast. I do the midday repartee on Wednesday with Rock 10. I do the indie comic on Tuesdays with Drew. We have Horror Talk, that's on vacation right now. And Doodle and Chill on my channel every Sunday. And this Sunday we're doing Thundercats.
Oh, sweet. Wait, are you doing the original Thundercats or the CalArts version of Thundercats?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
You can explain all you want. I do not acknowledge or know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Was that clearer? I stopped at I think it's the 2012. That remake was good though. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't. I saw pictures from it, but I never actually saw the series.
The 2011, 2010 was really good. Like Dan Norton, one of the guys that used to work at Top Cow Comics. He worked on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
That version was great.
Cool. Right.
I think I've been pretty much around it. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you find me on the watch along with Edwin the Ace on the Drawing Aces every Sunday night. We watch movies and we comment on it, and we also do on Friday nights at 11, like right after this.
Uh-huh.
We're doing Pimp Your Project.
Pimp Your Project. Cool. Right on. That's also pretty cool.
There's so much stuff that you're always forgetting. You think you're gonna forget something, and you often end up doing. So.
You haven't heard of Thundercats? No. Thundercats, no.
Oh, by the way, just to give a little wink to another project.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me
hook
up my cam. I tried to put my cam on without it being hooked up. So give me a sec.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just need to go boom, boom. Go show some love to Robert too.
Oh yeah,
trying to get him funded.
Oh yeah.
I did some sketch card yesterday on the Preston show.
Nice.
So go check out.
Yeah, Robert looks good too.
And my friend the Grave Robbers that you saw her drawing I was working on earlier. They need help to funding.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on my show as well. That'll be cool. Just gotta work out some scheduling.
Yeah, Mark is great, and the guy from Robert is funny too.
Okay. Yeah.
Boogie Bot is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook and YouTube under WyzGyz Entertainment, and on Twitter at WyzGyz Tweets. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Mark the bell for notifications. Make sure you select all notifications, so hopefully YouTube listens and sends you notifications when there's a new video or stream.
And once in a while, just unhook and unpress the ring, the bell, refresh the bell.
Yeah, sometimes that helps.
Yep.
And please drop some comments in the down below the video and indicate what you're most excited about on Tales from the NatVerse. Want to thank everyone in chat for joining us today. Thank you so very much for hanging. I will have one more stream of the night after this one. So you're welcome to swing on by if you have time.
Who's going to be on?
I'm actually going to have Gothic Arch to discuss his book, Blue Phoenix.
Sweet.
And And
Yeah, cool kid.
yeah, for sure. And thanks to everyone who will watch this on replay. And thanks especially to our very special guest, Simon Sim Pothier.
Thank you, WyzGyz. It's always a pleasure.
Always a blast having you. Let's close it out.
Later.
Guest that is the only person below White Holiday in the ComicsGate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube sensation. WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.